Hi, thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to show you how to help your child learn the homophones two, and two, which are spelled differently. And I'm really excited because as I continue to tutor my own students, I know what parents are needing help with. And there's even some teachers who are tuning in that need help with this. So I'm going to start with my by sharing right away, because I want to show you that I have workbook. This is workbook 5B, and it's for grades 5 through 12. However, I'm working with a student for the third year. She's making such advances that I'm going to bring her into this book, and she's going to be a fourth grader. So what I've been teaching her are words with multiple meanings, but what I didn't get to teach her before summer started was the homophones. So here are the homophones: two, and two. We have two going somewhere, or an infinitive. We have TWO, the number two, and we have TOO, which means too hot, which we're experiencing right now, or too many. So before I have her work in this work page, which I love doing with highlighters and highlighting the different lines that are going to get the different words here, I'm going to start by giving her a little lesson on infinitives. So I'm going to model for you what I do with her. If you don't have a document camera, I recommend you get one if you work on Zoom, because it's so easy to share. I have her get her composition book out, or her spiral notebook, and I model for her. I'm going to make 4 columns. So I'm just folding this once, and I'm folding it twice. Alrighty, so I have 4 columns. What I already have written at the top before I get started with her is I have present, past, future, and I have infinitive. I have her write this on her paper. So I'm going to pick some of the easiest words to start with. And I give her the word wink. Let's spell wink. And you got to give them time. So the past tense of winked is winked. It's an ED ending. Past tense is ED, even though we've gone through already how ED sounds like t, right? Inked. The future tense is will wink. All right, we leave that column alone for now. And next word I go to is the word see. So winked is called a regular verb. It ends with ED in the past tense. So then we have the word see. And I ask her, what's the past tense of see? It's not seed, it is saw. And I point out to her that's an irregular verb. However, when we say the future word, we'll say we will see. Okay, so I start using these in some sentences. I'm going to skip a line just for the sake of having some white space. I drive to the store every day to get milk. Yesterday, and she'll want to say drived, and we're going to say drove to the store and got bread yesterday. Tomorrow, I will drive and get meat. So drive, is that a regular or an irregular verb? And she's going to say irregular. Yes, because it changes the vowel sound. I mean, it changes the vowel. Here's your O consonant E word, right? So the next word is get. I get a phone call every day from my best friend. Yesterday, I got a phone call from my best friend. Tomorrow, I will get a phone call from my best friend. So what I start showing her now is, so the infinitive is using the present tense word with the word to wink. He's going to wink if I have the right answer. That's called the infinitive. So write to wink. So the word see, the infinitive is you're going to see the answer if you look. To see. You're going to see the answer. So it doesn't matter if the verb is regular or irregular, the infinitive follows the present tense. So I ask her, what is infinitive of drive? And she'll say, to drive. Yay! What's the infinitive of get? To get. You get to go to the movies when you finish your homework. All right? So they get a little trickier, so bear with me. They're not always easy. The next word I'm going to write is help. Past tense, helped. Future, will help. Infinitive is to help. Let's try give. Give. Past tense of give is gave. Is that regular or irregular? It's irregular. Will give. And she knows the answer is to give. So I'm selecting words now that are actually in this homophone exercise so that when we do it tomorrow, I'll have that all paved for her. Now, this is something interesting. I'm going to start with the infinitive here, and I'm going to say to be. To be or not to be, that is the question. I asked her, have you ever heard that? And she said no. So sometimes we just can't say jokes that people get. Anyway, to be. Now, this is an action verb, but we don't say I be alive. We say I am. So I show her am. The past tense of am is I was. So I put was. And the past tense of am, or the future, is I will be. Will be. And look how beautifully that aligns to the infinitive. So I have a few more. I have cook, cooked, will cook, to cook. I go through all these with her because they're going to be on the homophone pages tomorrow. Eat. So today I eat lunch at noon. Yesterday I ate lunch at 11. Is that a regular or an irregular verb? And she's going to know now it's irregular. Look how it changes. Ate. But tomorrow I will eat at 12 again, and the infinitive is to eat. Then we have teach. And I'm giving these other ones because they are irregular. I want her to learn them. Teach. Today I teach my kids reading. Yesterday I taught. If she doesn't know the past tense of teach is taught, she's going to learn it. And you could say, oh, there's your AU, says ah, like fault. Okay, and then will teach. And finally, to teach. The next verb I'm going to give is grow. I grow vegetables in my tower garden, and I really do. Yesterday or last week, you could even put some past tense, last month, they grew very large, grew. Is that regular or irregular? It's irregular because it doesn't end with an ED, like cooked does. And so then future is will grow. And the infinitive, to grow. Notice how all these infinitives match the present tense except for to be. That's really, really different. And last, I share with her the word expects. Expects. And the reason I'm giving her this word is because it's on the worksheet for tomorrow. So the S goes away and it's ED for past tense, will expect, and to expect. Okay. So I'm going to, I guess I'll keep sharing because what I did now is I stopped my share and I asked her, I'm going to leave this up so I can help you. I asked her, okay, I'm going to give you the infinitive and ask you what tense you'll what the word is in a certain tense. And I'll say, okay, so for example, if I said to see, what's the present tense of to see? So she looks at her paper, she sees to see, and she goes way to the present tense and she says see. Good, yay, yay, yay. Okay, so I said, say the infinitive to get, to get. What's the future tense of to get? Will get. Then I'll say to give. What's the past tense of to give? And she'll say gave. Now she's still learning these, so I don't expect her to know them automatically. But this is such beautiful work for her to be practicing. Say to be. What's the past tense of to be? Was. I'll mix it up. Okay, so the word is to teach. What's the present tense for to teach? Teach. So getting back to this is partially filled in page. And all these yellow, the verbs I circled in yellow are the infinitives that I'm going to be teaching. So it's interested, these are the ones she just practiced. So this is the workbook of a different student who had to leave before summer started. So I'm going to stop my share. But I just want to say, before I teach her the other twos, I'm going to teach this. Well, I taught this first. So now when she's ready to do this work page, we're going to see how it makes a difference because she is younger. The other students they received a glimpse of the infinitive, but they weren't never taught it. So I think this young gal is going to be the first in her class to learn about infinitives. So hope this helped. Please like, and remember we're a nonprofit. If you would share us and let other people know what we're doing, and go to my website, dyslexia-solutions.com. I have my store up. I have my programs that I offer, my projects that I offer, some really good deals for you. So hope you check us out and tune into next week where we finish this lesson. Bye-bye now.